So, my name is Anastasia for those people who don't know me, and I'm just trying out this YouTube, like sharing a little bit of my life and what goes around me. We can do cooking, we can do activities with my kids, and it depends with the day and how it goes, take one step at a time and we see how it goes. So I have a story to share with all of you. I used to have a friend of mine. I called her, or she called me, my little sister, and I called her my big sister. This woman, I look up to her. I did not know in this country, Belgium, there were people from Zambia. And when things happened, I would go to her, and my parents just left this country, Belgium. We just left, and we decided to create our own family, If I may say, I saw her as my family because I didn't have anyone else to talk to, or and I remember one time I had a fight with my ex-husband, and he did something, and not a fight, like physical fight. We had a verbal disagreement, and I packed up my things and I left. And the next time I booked the flight, I went to it was nothing small, it was a big thing. I picked up my bags, I packed my things, I went to live with a friend, and then in 1 week I told my boss I went mentally, psychologically, things were not working here. And I didn't even tell her, I just bought the ticket and I back to Zambia. I lived in Zambia for 1 month to sort out. My mom canceled my head. I just wanted to be around my family. So when I came back, I started staying with a friend of mine, and I said to her, yeah, I will pay rent. I will share the rent as I'm looking for a new apartment for myself. This friend, we shall call her Sandrine. She was my best friend, and she still is. And this woman, we shall call her Genevieve, because every Genevieve that I know, no old. And so I came back from Africa and from Zambia, and I decided to stay at my friend's house. And this woman found out where I was. Oh, you are back. You didn't even tell me that you are returning. I said, yeah, I came back, and so I didn't make it up to it, and this woman wanted to know what I was doing and what was my plan, since since my husband and I were no longer together. We separated. Then our anniversary came. He called me and he said to me, yeah, you and me, we need to talk. I said, okay, we need to talk. So I told Sandrine, I said, Sandrine, I'm gonna go see my ex-husband. He wants to chat, and it was our anniversary that time. Our anniversary, marriage anniversary. I said, I have to go see him. He wants to talk and stuff. So we went to dinner, we talked, and then next I came to our house. We went to our house. It's still my things. Some of my stuff was still there. And then him and I, we talked, we came back home, and we continued talking because we wanted to let go of everything. We did not want to get involved. I didn't want to get involved with him. I wanted to let my peace and go, and I move on. And I got to pick my papers for him to sign the divorce paper. So, and things happened. I went back. I did not go back home because it was late. I slept at his house. So at our house, so Sandrine called, where are you? I said, yeah, I cannot come back because you're not coming back. I said, no, I'm not coming back. I'll come back tomorrow. Next day I dressed up. I went to work. From work, I went back home to Sandrine. this is my friend's like, yeah, so how was dinner? So I told her and everything. I'm like, yeah, I think we left all things in good notes. And yeah, it was still my husband, by the way. And after, this woman started having communication with my best friend, Sandrine. They would talk behind my back. And Sandrine, every time I'm not coming back home, she think I'm with my ex-husband. She will call me and she will say, hey, where are you? What are you doing? She will ask me all sort of questions like she was my mother. I'm like, wait, I'm not the kid. I'm with my friend. She would ask me, send me pictures of your friend or send me the picture of the house. I'll send picture of the home. I'm like, hey, Ibu. The fish charge ticker. The fish. I said, what has happened? Hey, the story is going. I tell you, the story is long. Oh. This woman will call and talk with Sandrine, put things on Sandrine's head. I'm at work. She will tell her she's with her husband. I just talked to her now. They are sleeping together and this and this and this. Then I remember something was not correct. I was very, very sick. I couldn't even walk. We went to the doctors. The doctor says I was a little bit depressed. Me, I said, depressed? I'm fine, no. Depression ended in Africa. I am fine. So the doctor gave me some medication to drink for depression. But when I take this drink, my head, when I take this medication, my head was paining me. Everything was paining me. So I had to stop drinking that medicine. I went back to the doctor. I said, take blood. Nothing. I remember my mom, I'm on Facebook. I took a picture. A friend of mine took a picture and they posted on Facebook. And my mom called me. I said, hey, you're pregnant. I said, Mommy, I am not pregnant. She's like, you're pregnant. Go to the test. You're pregnant. If you're pregnant, thank you, Jesus, Mama. Thank you, Jesus. I said, Mommy, I am not pregnant. I went and took the pregnancy test. Positive. It was coming up positive. I took another one. Positive. I took another one. Oh, positive. I said, what am I going to do? And on top of that, so I told Sandrine, I said, girl, I'm pregnant. She's like, you're pregnant? I said, yes, I'm pregnant. She said, hey, what are you going to do? I said, I have no clue. But my mom saw it. So she's the one who told me I should take a pregnancy test. Me and Sandrine. So I don't know. Things shifted. Sandrine just changed from there. We were laughing the next day. She shifted. This woman Sandrine called and told her that, oh, she's pregnant too. They started telling me, I don't know what story. And then I don't know what she was telling her. I have no clue. I remember I went back to my ex-husband and I went to tell him that I was pregnant. And then he was like, yeah, by the way, you're pregnant. I'm not staying here in this country. You can have the apartment, but I am not coming back. I'm going to Thailand to go, I don't know, Vietnam or Thailand, if I remember. I'm going to scuba dive to learn, I don't know, to teach or whatever. So I said, okay, fine, you know what? But I'm not going to, it says, yeah, you decide what you want to do. I said, yeah, I'm keeping the baby. Since you know what, my family, I'm good. I'm well off. I'm good. So we will keep the baby. And then him is like, no, I'm not going to be part of it. You decide. And the next day, my ex-husband took his stuff. But what Sandrine didn't know, and this woman didn't know, was my ex-husband was leaving. So I didn't even tell them. Because I just saw Sandrine's mood shift. Things were not working out. And then she sent me a message. Yeah, by the way, this woman sent me a message. Oh, by the way, Sandrine called me and she said that you should pack your things by the end of the month and you move out. Yeah, I said, yeah, move out. I said, what do you mean? We just talked. It's like, yeah, she just told me right now. Me, I'm like, bon. Okay, so I called her, say, you want me to move out? She's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, fine. You know what? I'm coming to pick my things. She's like, yeah, why don't you pick up your things on Monday? Can come and pick up your things on Monday. I'm like, no, I can come and pick them up now, you know? And she's like, okay, then you come on Sunday to pick up the stuff. So I was like, you know what? So I stayed without, I went to start looking for new clothes, underwear and stuff, because my friend, she don't want me there. I picked up my stuff, packed my things. I went to buy some clothes, and then from there things shifted. Sandrine and I will stop talking. I went and I picked up my things, came back home, and she was like, yeah, I will help you to put them in the taxi. I said, no, I will just get them myself and I'll put this on. She tried to help me. I said, no, it's fine, I'll take it. My things, when I put them in the taxi, I went and took another bag. It was heavy. Another stuff I put. I went back upstairs, take another bag. I went back up, take another bag, heavy, put in the taxi. Came back home. The next day I went to work. I came back, my ex-husband was gone. Things that happened in this world. He was gone. No, he was nowhere to be seen. The way I cried, I said, God, what am I going to do? My mom was there. My mom called me. My mom's like, she knew. My mom, she knew. She's like, yeah, everything okay? I said, yeah, he has left. My mom's like, it's okay, don't worry about it. You can come back home. I said, no, I'm not coming back home. Come back home. We will take care of the baby. You come back, and then when you give birth, you can go back if you want. I'll raise this baby. I said, no, it's okay, mommy. I will stay here, I give birth, then I will bring the child. So the baby becomes Belgium, because me with the hassle of going, with the hassle of me going to start preparing the preparation of papers later. So I was like, it's all right. So my mom was like, okay, but was every step of the way. And this woman was in my life. Everything was in my life. I'm telling you, she was in my life, but she seemed to know everything. She knew everything. But one day, my daughter was 3 years. No, I gave birth, and a friend of my mom came. This is when the truth started coming out. My mom's friend came to help me to wash my baby, because I didn't know how to wash a baby. I never had a child before, so I don't know how to deal with a child. So she came all the way to offer to help me out. And my mom's friend can help me wash the baby, finish, dress her up. It was nice. And I'm like, oh my God, I found someone else to help me out. Thank you, Jesus. Little did I know. This woman called me the next day and she told me, oh, I'm not coming to help you with the baby because I found out something that you called me a voucher. Me, I say, me, I called you a voucher. Me, Anastasia, called you a voucher. Thank you. I never called you a voucher. She's like, yeah, someone told me. But because I know someone. It didn't come from me. It came from my ex-husband. Some things has happened. And he said, because that woman was there, and then they did something. They opened boxes that was meant for my parents back in Zambia, and this woman was there to help me, but she had nothing to do with it. And this woman, my ex-husband, was explaining, oh, this and this and this, something, I don't know what happened. And then he called the people who opened the box vouchers, because that box was important for my father. He wanted to help children in Zambia who don't know how to use computers. So church here, they organized people. There was a lot of people who gave like tablets, they gave computers to give to children in Zambia. This woman went and told her, you want to help that woman? And she's still my sister at that time. She's still close with me. It's like anybody that came close to me, This woman needs just found a way to sabotage my relationship. Sabotage. Hey. So this woman called me and said, hey, you called me a voucher. Me, I said, I never called you a voucher, and it was not even related to you, and the person that I told is this one. I said, oh, thank you. My daughter turns 6. This woman is still in my life. She's still feeding information. My ex-husband would just snap fight because she was calling him, telling him things that I didn't do. And she would tell him things. How she got this phone number, that's how I don't know. You come to my house, I think that's when they exchange numbers. She was married, by the way, with a kid and a husband. So I don't know what she wanted from me. So my daughter turned 3. And I remember I had a boyfriend. He's still my husband. He's still my man today. So friends of mine, they invited him to come to my house for a birthday party, and I didn't know because I thought I would never see him again. And he came, and this woman came. She wanted to know whose man it was. Me, I said, and everybody was like, it's mine. This friend, he says it's mine. All 3 friends of mine, they were like, no, it's mine. This one is mine. Hey, whose man it is? Whose man it is? Whose man it is? And everybody's like, it's mine. And one friend of mine, because now she wants to go and start asking questions. Friend of mine went and sits next to him so that she would, and if they start asking questions, they go and cut it off. And then the next day, she said she forgot the water bottle from the party. She forgot the water bottle for her son. Everybody, we all had children. I had a kid. I know you don't have just one water bottle in the house, but apparently she does. She only had one water bottle for her son. The next morning, she's like, yeah, I forgot the water bottle. Are you home? I said, no, I am not home, but I'm gonna be home at this time. Oh yeah, I'll pass by at this time to get the water bottle. So I told my boyfriend, who's still my boyfriend today, he's like, you go in the house because I don't want her to see you that you're actually with me, because now I'm starting to distance myself from her. My friends, me and him, we were out. She told me she would be at home. She would be at the house at 3:20. We are coming back at 3. We are trying to enter the house. We found her downstairs. She's like, I got you. That's what she said. You see, LiQWYD, which means I got you. Now look, I have found. So he's yours. He's yours. Me, I said, he is. She's like, yeah, I'm coming inside to change my son's diaper. I'm like, no, it's okay. I'll change him. No, I'm coming. I'm like, no, I'll change him. I won't change him. Throw him down with the water bottle. Here. That's how she sent me a message. Wow, he's so nice, he's so kind. What's his name? She wanted to know what's his name. She wants to know everything by the age. Me, I just say, this is what's his name. So I'm at home sitting. A friend of mine called me. It was, I think, a Thursday that day. A friend of mine called me and says, hey Anna, you remember? I know you and I, we don't talk. Sandrine. Because me and Sandrine decided to make up, like when my daughter was born. So she called me. She's like, hey, do you remember this one? You always call her your sister. My sister, you and I, we need to talk. We need to talk, and we need to talk now. So she's like, we need to exchange. So I was like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. She's like, yeah. She found me, and she wants to start gossiping about you. And she wants to know how the relationship with you and your ex-husband is. And I'm like, hey, why does she want to start gossiping about me? It's like, yeah, she just started talking. Me, I'm like, hey. And then I called her. She's like, yeah, I just wanted to know how things are. I'm like, yeah, but you have my number. Why do you have to ask Sandrine? You have my number. You should have just called me and asked me. Yeah, but she always have a way of, in my country say we pick, steer things. I was like, I called her and I said, you know what, I am done. well, she found one of my cousin in because my cousin thought she lives in Germany. She said, no, I live in Belgium. And then my cousin was like, oh yeah, I have a cousin who's in Belgium. I said, maybe I know her. She's like, maybe I know her. He said, no, her name is Anastasia Anna. We call her Anna. She goes, oh yeah, I know her too well. That girl, you know, she blocked me. I did not know, I don't know what I've done wrong. I don't know what I have done wrong. She doesn't seem to want to forgive me. I don't want to forgive you. Don't worry, I've forgiven you, but I just don't want to mess with you. Is that okay? She want to start gossiping with my cousin. My cousin was like, that's my cousin. First of all, you do not do that. I warned my cousin, I said, do not ever invite that mom in your house. Because if you say come today, tomorrow she'll be in your house. And then one day, I'm walking, it was my pastor. Another person walking. And it was like, I'm happy to see this person. So happy to see him. I'm like, hi, he's from Zambia. I'm like, hi. So I haven't seen him in so long. This guy looked at me. He says, do you know how long I've been looking for you? Me, I'm like, you know how much I hate you. I'm like, me, I'm an idiot. I'm like, yeah, a lot of people are looking for me. A lot of people hate me. So you know what? You know. Who does that? You know, me, I think it's a joke. Because you know, with our culture, we're like, oh, oof. No, this man changed his face. Me, when I say okay, this one is okay, I decide to grab me, took my phone. He wants to run with my phone. You said this about me with this person. You did this with the Genevieve. You told Genevieve this because you know what? You wanted to be friends with her. Me, I said, me and Genevieve, I haven't seen Genevieve in 4 years. So what are you talking about? So yeah, you said, I'm like, no, I know where this is going. And this is not how it went down. Anyway, I don't have time to have a discussion like this. That's how I turned around. He grabbed my phone, and the way he smashed that phone, he wanted to hit me. This woman, I'm telling you, this man wanted to hit me in the middle of the street. He smashed my phone. My phone was on it. You can't even see it's a phone. Yeah. So yeah, I have changed the location where I was making the video in the living room because my kids just arrived. So so they're here. So mommy had to do duties, mama duties first, right? So now, yeah. So all I can say is I know there's someone out there who needed to hear this, and I am sure you are going through what I went through, and I think it will be great for you to know who you should invite in your life. If you start smelling a rat or you start smelling something, just know there is no smoke without fire. So this woman was she was in my life. So she was in my life and she turned my life upside down. But at the same time, it was an education for me. Because she thought she could break me, but she never succeeded. Or every time she tried to break me, things did not go as she planned. Because even with my friend, she called me and we exchanged notes. Her and I, we sat down and we actually exchanged notes, and we're like, okay, I told her, and I'm trying to I'm asking a question. I'm like, why did you do that to me? And she's like, no, she was behind it. She's the one who told me that you were at his house and you were not with your friend. I'm like, yeah, but why were you asking me to take all those pictures? She's like, yeah, but she's the one who told me you should ask for proof. She's lying to you. And I'm like, yeah, but you should have just asked me. But what you did was not correct. But then we sat down. We actually exchanged notes to find out the snake was just next to me. She's right there, the snake. Right next to me. She was the reason of me having problems with my ex-husband. Why we fought. because we'll be having a great time, and all suddenly we will fight every time she calls for some reason. It's like she just sent her goddamn juju to me. She cannot just see me be happy. And the reason why we were fighting, I don't know. So she's like, yeah, she's the one who used to call him and tell him things. And I'm like, but how is she calling him, telling him things? So she was telling him things that I never did. Oh, she would tell him so many things that me and him, I think one day, yeah, now we're taking things one step at a time because of my daughter. Now we're able to talk about it, and I'm sure one day we will sit down and I will ask him questions. My daughter, she's turning 6, so thank God. She's absolutely amazing. She's an amazing daughter. The best thing that I ever done, you know. She saved my life. She showed me the way. That's why I call her mommy. She's supposed to call me mommy, but I call her mommy, you know, because I think she's raising me. She raised me, you know, instead of me raising her. Yeah, so it was a crazy. Let me drink some wine, by the way. It was a crazy education plus an adventure at the same time. But if someone is doing something to your relationship or to your friends, or if, just know, cut them off. They're not worth your time. They're not worth your space. They should not be anywhere near you. You do not need such a kind of negativity, because there's people out there who actually, like the parasites. They would never want to see one person. If they have a target of one person that they want to destroy, they can. She was the one behind my mom's friends never to talking to me. She ruined the relationship with many Zambian people here. Some of them I never even met them. I don't even know them, but they seem to know who I was. I don't even know these people. They knew who I was. I meet them, the story is coming. Like one of my friends, now I call her, she's like my foster mom here. She's from Zambia and I call her mom, you know, and absolutely amazing woman, you know. I think any girl who's looking for a foster mom when your mom is far away, I think she has taken over the role of other mothers who cannot be here to take care of their own children, like daughters, you know. And I became close to this woman, and I called her mom. The moment that she found out that that woman has found me, you know, she has found me, and she has located me, and she knew that I live in the same city. I haven't gone back home with my parents. She's like, no, you have to come to my house, you know, like me. I'm like, okay. So I told her about it. I'm like, yeah, she has located me and stuff. The next time she's calling me, yeah, did you know I went to meet her and I went to eat with them, you know, with the family and everything. And she's like, yeah, you come back anytime you want, you know, I'm your mother, you know, the same way you see, you just treat me the same as your own mother, you know. So yeah. The moment that she found out that woman, the one that I call mom, my foster mom, has found me, that I'm here in Belgium. She's like, did you know this woman has said this about you? This woman has said you have made cupcakes in her house and you never paid for electricity. But I didn't make cupcakes at her house. I never made cupcakes. I never baked in her house. But what the hell? Why are you saying that? I never made why would she tell you that I made cupcakes at her house? But I knew. From there, I started clicking. I'm like, this woman, what has she said? And I'm like, I'm like, okay, fine. You know what? I will call her and ask. No, don't say anything. You know, she just said it to me. It was one of the you know, little talk. You know, we were just having a little talk. I'm like, no, I need to call her and tell her I did not make any cupcakes at her house. She's like, no, it's one of those it means little stories. And she just said it because now I said I'm going to tell her, I'm going to call her. That's how it happened. So in the end, I realized this woman was up to no good. She wanted to destroy me. And she wanted to bring Ichibeleshi to my next relationship. Girl, you have destroyed my other relationship. Don't try to come with this one. This one is mine. And mine alone. No. Mine alone. Nobody should get involved. And the way this man loves me. Hey, father. The way he loves me. I think she's just there praying. No, the more you pray about me falling, your father is falling deeper. Your ancestors, your children, they are falling even more. Because me, I'm a child of God. I'm a child of God. You're gonna come and try to destroy me. There are people who are just there. They will never see other people happy. Never. They're just there to destroy your life. So if you let them, and if you do not find out, like me, I was so naive. I'm able to believe in so many. You can do me so many wrong. I want to see, like, you know what, this person can change. You know what, she can. You know, I believe in people. But now, I can smell a rat from 20 miles away. I'm like, this one no do. This one not do for me. This one, you and I shall not be. We will not comprehend at this moment. You should just shift, and me, I should shift. Now, no one should come to me and say you are my sister. You know, you are my Chani. If we are not born from the same mom, don't call me your sister. Don't. If you are not the same age, you come here, I'm your big sister. No, you're not my big sister. I don't have a big sister. I do not have one. I'm the oldest sister in my family. You can call me a sister. Yeah, it's okay. You can call me a sister, but do not come to me and say you're my big sister. You are my big sister. My friend, I do not have a big sister. I'm the firstborn in my family. The one and only. I'm pledging as far as you. I'm the firstborn of Mrs. Charlie and Mr. Charlie. I do not have a big sister. I have small picking sisters. I have. Plus I have a daughter and a son. Beautiful kids. Beautiful siblings. 2 brothers and 2 sisters. We are 5. I do not have a big sister. I'm the big. So don't call me Nampoteki. Hey, I never in my life thought evil exists, and I actually invited evil in my own house. All because I did not know anyone from Belgium. I did not know any Zambian person here in Belgium. She was the only one. As when I start searching, I'm trying to find this friend. No, that person is like this. No, this person is like that. Me, I say, she has spoken. My God, I fear. Me, I fear. And when I said, okay, let me open up, let me get to people. I'm walking there like, oh, she's a friend of this one. People were afraid of me because you know what? But I can't understand why. I go to a party. Then one day, my foster mom invited me to a party. She said, you are coming to the party. And I said, yeah, but they hate me. Because I do not understand why the Zambian community hated me. I said, but they hate me. She's like, yeah, even if they hate you, come. So I went to the party and everybody was just staring at me. They were all just staring at me. I mean, I started staring at me. They hated me. No, why? Because she was My friends, they think I am like her. This one deserves a drink. Okay. The moment that I got rid of her, the day when I exchanged notes with my friend, I went through a nightmare of my pregnancy. Luckily, my pregnancy was smooth, was good. But what I went through, looking at no help with the pregnancy. I had friends like I had really amazing colleagues at my work who helped me with my pregnancy, and for that I'm grateful. They are still friends of mine. She was there, but she was there for nothing good. She was there to I don't even know what to say. She was there, but she was there not to see me succeed. I think she was there to see me, and when she left my house, she was laughing. When she left my house, she was laughing. She was having a great time. She's like, you know what, I'm about to finish her. But what have I done to this woman? I didn't do anything. I never done anything to her. Zero. I didn't do anything to her. And she hated me. She hated me. From that day, I said, hey, I do not want her. She want to bring Chibelesh. Like one of my friends has a boyfriend. He says Chibelesh. Want to bring Chibelesh? No. I don't know how to translate Chibelesh. It's like you're too stuck up on someone's relationship, you know. And I think that's translation. So yeah. Want to bring Chibelesh to this one? No, I have studied you from my previous one. This one is mine. Stay over there. What's his name? What does he do? He doesn't work. Even if he worked, you are not in the same field. He's an amazing person. You are evil. No, she hates me, but all I can do is now I'm living the best life. And I think she wouldn't stop at nothing. She will keep on sending her enemies. She will keep on sending the little people around, you know, to come and destroy me. It will not work. You will just end it up. And as far as I'm concerned, I know things. So I know things. If I was little as you are, I would have came and told your husband everything. I would have went and told her husband everything. But and then with her age, at the age of 40 something, 40, 60 years old, I don't even know what age she is. If I went and I actually told her husband, she will have nowhere else to go. Nowhere else to go. At the age, she's too old. And her husband is the most amazing man I ever seen. Amazing, calm, amazing. But this woman is a snake. It's a snake. The way she talks about one of her friends from Zimbabwe. Oh, this one is good. It's very good. So yeah, the way she talks about so many. If I have to open my mouth, I open my mouth. If I have to go and I go knock at her husband and then I put evidence there, the husband will have a shock. You think I don't know? Me, I'm sitting in my house, but you're still sending enemies to come and send them. They will not succeed. Send them. Yeah, it's exhausting. Anyway, guys, my kids are here. I gotta go and take care of them. It's time to feed them. Make them dinner. Anyway, have a great day. Please subscribe to my channel. See you later and invite your friends. I'm Anna from Zambia. Thanks, guys. Ciao.